Hello everyone, insert 3. Welcome to At the Movies with David and hello, I'm Margaret. During this time of self-isolation, we're hoping that you might have more time to watch a few videos helpful to the assignment that we're looking at now, the diversity, working with diverse people. So we're going to do a little review on a few mostly short videos that we think could be a good starting point if you haven't quite known where to start yet. Yes, David, I couldn't agree more. While people are self-isolating, this is a great opportunity to have a look at some short videos in most cases that are, I think, educational and entertaining and insightful. The first video I'm going to recommend comes from the ABC series Employable Me, in particular the episode that has the young fellow called Kaya as one of the main stars of this production. Kaya I find very fascinating. He's a young fellow dealing with Tourette's, but also uses Auslan to communicate. Although he's not a deaf, he's used Auslan. He's learnt Auslan, and that could be a pathway to employment for Kaya. But it is very insightful in terms of cultural groups, whether it's around Tourette's or Auslan and the deaf community, or a bit of both. Yes, Margaret, but the fascinating thing is how Kaya, not really being a part of the deaf community, uses Auslan and is accepted, and it's a way for him to find a group that he finds his place in the world with, and his other issues of swearing with his Tourette's, which could be socially awkward, does not really come into play.
Finding the right job can be hard for anyone.
How many jobs would you say you've applied for?
Definitely over 100.
Chinese slingshots.
And when you have a disability, it can be near impossible.
Hello.
I still lack self-confidence to speak.
Meet the extraordinary job seekers, whose lives are a little different.
Damn it.
Your mom is on eBay.
If I was to do something more, we'd be off the charts.
And battle to overcome challenges.
China!
So I think it is a really, really successful movie. Yes, David, it is a marvellous introduction to the deaf community and Auslan and Tourette's. Also, what's really good in this video, you get insight in some of the services that are out there working in this space. But in the end, David, it's a great production, and I give it 5 stars out of 5. Another series that I highly recommend is the one entitled You Can't Ask That. This is a fascinating insight into the lives of people who identify with different groups in the community, groups such as people in Australia who arrived as refugees, intersex, people living with autism. There's a recent one, Indigenous Australians. So getting the voice from those people it's a really good starting point.
We ready?
Ready when you are.
Do you have a dick and vagina, or ovaries and balls, or another combination?
I have another combination.
What have doctors done to try and fix you up?
That's a really big question, that one.
Can you have normal sex?
I hate the word normal.
It's confusing. So, are you transgender?
I really do detest being called an it.
What is intersex? Are you a hermaphrodite?
And bang right onto the target.
Okay, so firstly, hermaphrodite's considered a bit of a slur for intersex people.
It was a word that was used to describe us, but there was a misunderstanding about what that actually means.
Hermaphrodite means consisting of both sexes at the same time, so like in snails.
It's out there, it's just not really seen or heard or spoken about.
Wow.
Oh.
Ah. Yay.
Oh yes, David, I really think it's worth it to search the link and have a look at the different productions of You Can't Ask That series. I think it's possibly up to 6 series now, so there are many, many groups that this series focuses on. Highly recommended this, David, and I give it 5 stars. The last production that I am going to mention is a fairly recent one entitled The Australian Dream, which looks at the experiences of Australian rules footballer Adam Goodes, and I guess a really insightful look into the Australian psyche around what's racism, what's okay, what's not okay, what language is acceptable. So it was quite a divisive experience and really impacted heavily on Adam. A particular incident where he was called an ape on the field by a young girl.
Racism has no place in society, it has no place in our industry.
Football's racism row has erupted again.
I'll continue to stand up.
This is unacceptable because he's black.
It's a bit of a joke.
It's their voice.
We are racist.
It's shocking.
The backlash intensified.
Strangled.
He knew why it was happening.
We need to talk about this.
You get what you wish for. Suddenly, he wasn't just Adam Goodes the footballer, he was Adam Goodes the angry Aborigine.
My mum is Indigenous, my dad is Irish, Scottish.
To the best of Australia.
Yes, David, I certainly would give The Australian Dream 5 stars. The last production I want to mention, David, is not a video as such. It's a music clip and a song by Archie Roach. People may be familiar with it or maybe not, but if you're looking into the Indigenous experience, particularly the Stolen Generations, this song is a great insight, great starting point. It's Archie speaking and singing from his own experience. Archie Roach certainly wrote this song from the heart around his experience, touches the mindset of just about every Indigenous person that's heard it. It was certainly a great educational experience for me when I first heard this. I think it came out in about 88, so we've got a clip from Rage. Just listen to those lyrics. Very, very powerful. I give this 5 million stars out of 5.
This story's right, this story's true. I would not tell lies to you, like the promises they did not keep. And how they fenced us in like sheep. Said to us, come take our hand. Set us up on mission land. Told us to read, to write and pray. Then they took the children away, took the children.
Hope you enjoy at least one of these short videos that we've recommended today on the movie show. You may have others that you've viewed, other little productions, videos, movies that you've come across in your time of self-isolation. Please feel free to send me anything that you found that was really good and insightful and I can disseminate to others. But anyway, have a really good day. We'll catch up with you next week. In terms, we'll be back online. We'll send out the link. Keep an eye on your emails for that, and we'll just say it's goodbye from me. Thank you, Margaret. Yes, and then it's also a good day from me from the movie show. And two little pips.